Hi, advisory. This is Miss Corey. Today we are going to learn how to vote. Now, for some of you, you can vote in this upcoming election. Some of you can't, but that's okay. I'm still going to talk through how you can register even if you're only 17 years old. So, how to register to vote? You can do it even if you're 17. If you're already 18, you for sure can do it. So, you can register to vote this year. Now, here's my first question for you. And if you don't know the answer, that is a-okay. But do you know how to register to vote? All right. So I'm going to walk you through all the ways that you can register to vote. So you can register to vote when you're 17, but you must be at least 18 years old when the next election occurs. Now, there are a bunch of different kinds of elections in the US government. So the big one, of course, that's coming up is the presidential election. But there's other elections that occur in different times of the year, including special elections, township elections, state primary, or state general elections. So as long as you are 18 by November 5th, 2024, then you can register to vote. If you won't be 18 by then, wait until November 6th. Then you can start to register to vote for the next election cycle. And as a reminder, but I'm sure you all are very well aware, the next election is the presidential election on November 5th, 2024. So, there are some main ways to register to vote, and I'm going to go through those today. So, probably the most popular way to register to vote is registering day of voting. Now, Minnesota is really special because we can register the day of voting. Not all states have that. So go Minnesota. Woot woot. Okay. So, how do you register on the day of voting? It's pretty easy. What you just need to do is you need to go to your polling place. Now, if you don't know where your polling place is, click on this link that I have right here. That will show you where you need to go to vote. So just type in your address and it'll tell you exactly where you need to go. Then you need to bring with your driver's license, driver's permit, or tribal ID, and that is how you register to vote. Yep, that's all you need. Driver's license or driver's permit, or if you're part of a tribe, tribal ID. Now, if you do not have one of these three things, don't panic. There are some other things you can also bring. So, if you don't have one of these three things right here, you need to bring at least one thing from each of these categories. So, if you have a driver's license that is expired, you can bring that, or an expired US passport, or the US expired US military or veteran ID, or an expired tribal ID, or a Minnesota University College or Technical College ID, or a Minnesota High School ID. And then you would need to also bring um, another approved document, such as a bill, which some of you might have, probably most you don't, or a residential lease, or a current student fee statement. That's if you have like student loans or something like that. But again, the easiest way is just to bring your driver's license if you have it. Okay. Here's another way that you can register to vote. So if you don't want to register the day of voting, you can go to the Minnesota SOS website. So SOS stands for Secretary of State. Then you can print off this form right here, and then you can mail it to the Secretary of State, and that's the address right here. They'll also have the address on the form and everything. You can also register by just going online. So if you go to mnvotes.org, you can just fill out what they have published there, just like your name, your address, a couple questions about you, and bam, you're done. You're registered. It's pretty easy. The only catch to that is that you have to register before the day of voting. So, for example, if you're 18 and you're going to vote on November 5th, you need to make sure that you are registered by November 4th if you decide to register online. Okay. And if you forget, like I said before, you can just register at your polling place. All right. So here's another really good question. When do I need to re-register? So you must re-register to vote if you change address, you change your name, or you do not vote at least once during a 4-year period. Of course, that last bullet point probably is not going to apply to any of you. Another thing that Mrs. Gosha mentioned during our live advisory is that if you do move, like if you do change addresses, when you go to the DMV, you can click or check a box that says, make me like to register to vote for my new address too. So in the future, if y'all change addresses, that's something to keep in mind. All right, here is some very helpful links. So I use these a lot. Actually, I just used them last week for my own personal use. So the first one is, what is my ballot? So if you are wondering, what even is on my ballot? What am I going to vote for? All you need to do is click this website, and I'm going to show that to you right now. So this will take you to the Secretary of State's website, and then you are going to type in your zip code. So I'm going to pretend that I live at Elk River High School. Okay. And the high school address is 900 School Street. Ooh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where's School Street? There it is. Please load. Oh my gosh, I will cry if this does not load right now. There it goes. Perfect. Then you can click on Sample Ballot. On the sample ballot, it will show you exactly what your ballot on voting day is going to look like. All right. So it's really easy just to look and be like, who the heck is even on my ballot? You have it all. You can figure that out before you go to the polls. All right. Another cool website I want you to look at is the Poll Place Finder. That's if you don't know where to vote. So if you click the Poll Place Finder, it'll also take you to the Secretary of State's website. Again, I'm going to type in my address, and I'm going to pretend that I live at Elk River High School. And here is 900. Let's see if it takes me as long to find School Street this time. There we go. And then it will tell me where I need to vote at. So it just says plain as day right here. You vote at the Elk River Furniture and Things Center. Bam. There we go. So again, just type in your address too, and I'll tell you exactly where you need to go to vote. All right, let's go back to the slideshow. All right, I'm going to pause the video here for a second. Do you have any questions on how to vote? If you ever have questions on how to vote, please let me know. I can direct you to the resources that you need. So wrap up for today. So thank you for watching this video. Next week, we're going to do a weekly check-in. The next live meeting will be on November 11th. If you have any questions, please let me or Mrs. Gosha know. We are happy to help out. Go and vote this November if you qualify. And I also will make sure that I post the slideshow to Schoology so you have access to all the links. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.